Hey everybody, Kevin and Anissa Coy here with Firehouse Education and Ultimate Lifestyle Business by Design. And today, this is our second video in the series where we are talking about our keynote coming up in September, your Ultimate Lifestyle Business by Design. And that is going to be at the Experience, the amazing conference and trade show, largest in our restoration industry in Vegas, Las Vegas, September 3rd, 4th, and 5th at the brand new Caesars Forum Conference and Event Center. And you can definitely go over there and still get an early bird special on your registration. I will have links below for sure. And if you're watching this video and you haven't seen our first video, because we do have a 3-video series about how to take full advantage and be prepared to get the most out of this conference, then you're going to want to go back, stop this video, go back and watch the first one, then watch this one. And we do have a third video coming out in just a couple of days. And I want to make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, Ultimate Lifestyle Business by Design, so that you don't miss out on these videos as they're coming out, because you are definitely going to want to not only attend the experience and come to our keynote, you are going to want to watch these videos so that you are massively prepared and get the most out of that event. Now, Kevin, you've got some housekeeping things for us.
Yeah, and so along the lines of getting you prepared and giving you maximum opportunity here's what I want to set an intention for you, and that is for you to come to both these sessions open-minded, without distraction, and that means turn your phones off, bring something to write on and write with so you can take some notes, because we're going to be laying out some really powerful information for you guys in both sessions. That if you come in and you sit and participate and focus, you're going to get a lot out of this, and you're going to walk out with your mind blown. I'm just going to make that big bold claim right now, and then you'll be able to go back with some actionable things that you can put in place as you walk out the door, for that matter. And as you implement your new strategies into your business, you're going to probably see some crazy results really fast.
These conversations that we're about to have and the tools that we're going to give you and teach you how to use will literally change your life. I mean, I was 38 years old when I was first introduced to these tools and exercises, and someone looked me in the face and said, "What is it you want in life?" And it literally altered me, like, to my core. It not only changed my life immediately when I left that room, but it changed my family's life. It changed your life, Kevin. It changed our marriage. Like, and I can't imagine if I hadn't been open-minded and really been willing to listen and get uncomfortable. You know, that's the thing too, you guys. Look, this is not going to be the most comfortable thing that you've ever experienced, but it will be the best thing and the biggest experience of your life if you allow it and come, like Kevin said, shut your phone off. You do not need to answer your phone for an hour and a half. I promise you, life will not end. Your business will not fall apart in an hour and a half. Bring yourself something to write on and bring yourself an open mind. Be willing to listen and see things from a different perspective. Okay.
I
So,
mean, I'll put this out. I want to say that if you can't leave your phone shut off for an hour and a half, therein lies some of the issues that you're probably dealing with that aren't getting you where you want to go. So if that's a first exercise for you going into these sessions, is can you manage to not touch your phone for an hour and a half while you sit and relax and listen to some critical, life altering information. I'm being very bold about my claim here, but I'm here to tell you, because I know what it did for us and what it's done for other clients of ours, and it can do this for you too.
what if we told you that by answering your phone and leaving this event, this conversation, this keynote on Thursday could literally ruin your life? What if we told you that by shutting your phone off and not being willing to even look at, and I don't mean put it on silent, people, I mean shut your phone off, put it away in your back pocket, in your backpack, I don't care. Don't have it laying on the table so you can see when it rings. What if I told you that by doing that, you could literally save your life? What if a doctor was on this video right now telling you if you answer that phone during that hour and a half time, you are going to ruin your life? You're going to die. You're not going to make it through all of this. Like, how would you react to that? Well, I know this is kind of a bold claim, and we're talking about being at a conference for business owners in the restoration industry, but this literally, your life depends on you being willing to put down that phone and just be present, not only physically, but mentally present. Because we want to ask you some very important life-saving questions. And the first one that we want you to think about before you come to this event is, do you ask yourself, do you have a job? Do you own a business? Are you a business owner? Or are you an entrepreneur? Think about that. Kevin, do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so here's some distinctions for those categories. Some people may own their job. In other words, they started or purchased some sort of venture that allowed them to step away from being an employee for somebody else, for another company, and become their own employee. So you traded job for job. Now you have your own job, and you may have fallen right out of the frying pan into the fire. You thought you were starting your own business was going to solve a bunch of problems, but you didn't see the ones it was going to create because of the things you didn't know you didn't know. And so now you may be working longer hours for less money than you ever did when you worked for somebody else. And you have all the responsibilities of owning a business. And maybe all you really did was buy yourself a job.
And how about all the stress? How about all the stress? How
Yeah.
about now you're sitting in, your company vehicle and, you've been maybe running this business for the last 2 or 3 years. Maybe you're doing 2 million, maybe you're even doing $5 or $6 million. You got lots of money in the bank, but you have a hell of a lot of stress. You got 40 pounds on you now that you're overweight. You never get to see your spouse or your kids. And that might even be on the rocks. In fact, heck, on your last doctor appointment, your doctor might have said, look, your blood pressure is high enough that we're going to put you on some medication. And you
Or
literally just are miserable.
or the only reason your business slash job functions is because you have to get up and go out the door and make it happen every day. And if you don't go out the door, nothing happens.
Right.
That's just owning a job. Okay. So let's talk about the next distinction, which is being a business owner. So as a business owner, you could be driven by profit. You could be driven by sales and growth of your business, and that's good because those are necessary to sustain a business. But is that all there is to it? Are you just getting up and being an operator? Okay, now you're not just the only guy in the business. Maybe you've got a team. Maybe your business is a little bit larger in terms of revenue and product or service that you're offering, but you're still just operating a business every day. And with the, forward thinking of grow the business, make more sales, create more profits. But then what?
Right.
Or and is that sustainable? Is that something that makes you want to jump up every day and go and do? Or are you starting to get burned out maybe because it's just a lot of work and with no real plan and no real purpose. You don't know why you're doing it other than you got to pay bills. Maybe you're struggling paying bills.
You know what? Spoiler alert, Kevin, and you guys to answer that question, and Kevin asked you, it's not sustainable, period. I don't, you could be watching this video and going, oh guys, I do that and it's all good. No, no, you might not feel the effects immediate. I don't know, but you're definitely going to feel the effects. It is not sustainable. It will ruin your life.
Okay, and then the last distinction being entrepreneur
Mhm.
slash lifestyle business owner. What's the distinction there? Okay, well, let's talk about that. So, first distinction is an entrepreneur is different than a business operator because entrepreneurs tend to be innovators,
Yep.
creators, and are more likely to take bigger risks in business
Yep.
to get to where they want to go. Okay. So there's a big distinction between operating a business on a daily business where you're just managing the ins and outs of that operation every day versus a entrepreneur who's looking to innovate, create, and create distinctions in their business with the intention of creating profits for sure, but also freeing up their time so that they can enjoy those profits and not be glued to daily operations. Okay.
And
So,
I think it's important here, Kevin, to make a big distinction too between a lifestyle business owner and an ordinary business owner. A lifestyle business owner focuses on fulfillment, time freedom, and their life's wants. Okay? Now just hear that again. A lifestyle business owner prioritizes personal fulfillment and wants. An ordinary business owner focuses on growth and profits.
right.
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert, profit isn't sustainable. Did you say that already? Or did you say something similar to that? Profit is not a sustainable reason to get out of bed and go do what you do. It's going to be a hard, long slog if that's all you're out there to do is create profit. You got to have a why. You got to have a purpose. You got to have a reason for doing such a thing besides make lots of money because that's just not going to get you there. Listen, everybody, and I think we talked about this in the first video, gets up and goes out the door to make money for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
If we didn't have a paycheck coming, we wouldn't be going out the door in the morning because why would you, right? You're going there for a big reason being I need money. I got to pay bills. I got things need to do. I got things I want to do. I need money. We all do.
Right.
But what is it what are you going to do with this money? What are you leveraging with your profits? Are you leveraging freedom? Are you leveraging a lifestyle that you've always dreamed of? Are you leveraging a lifestyle that you forgot and quit dreaming about, but now you're thinking, oh, I'm going to get into business because I want more out of life. And so that's a whole lot more sustainable than I want a lot of money. Everybody goes out to make money. In fact, most people, that's their first focus in getting a job or starting a business is money. But money is not the sustainable thing. And if you don't believe me, I don't know where you're at in life, but you'll probably see people around you, if you're not one of these people who started out doing something because there was a lot of money involved, or they thought there was a lot of money involved in doing something like that. But at the end of the day, they don't like what they're doing. They don't like what they have to do in exchange for that money. And that money is dependent on them getting up every day and going out the door to do it. And if you don't, if you're sick, if you're tired, if you just don't want to work today, if you got hurt and can't walk out the door, you're not making any money. And that's not sustainable. So we have those distinctions and so we have to have a purpose for what we're doing that's sustainable.
Right, right. So, Kevin and I, it really took us not very long to get figured out what our why was. And I know I'm successful when, where we have a list of items that have to, anything coming into our life has to meet this checklist, if you will, or this criteria. If it doesn't fit in our I know I'm successful when, which has our purpose and our vision for our life and our wants. That's another thing, by the way, guys. You'll often hear in this world that we live in that wants are selfish. That we're selfish because we have wants. Not even. Wants are good. Okay. If you just have needs are what? Food, water, shelter, right?
Uh,
What was that?
Necessities,
Right. So those are needs. Definitely wants are
desirous.
what?
They're desirous.
Yeah, it's what you dream about. And so what we want you to understand is that chances are you're sitting in a painful potentially place right now, or at least a place that you don't want to be because you stopped dreaming, because you forgot about those dreams that you had. So the cool thing is it's very simple, the process you need to go through to be able to get back to that. back to that dream and living your perfect life. It really is very simple. So we want you to come to the event. We want you to come to our keynote, and we are going to give you the tools to be able to get there and do that and live what your definition of a perfect life is.
I'm going to reiterate, make sure you come in prepared to sit down and detach yourself from the rest of the world for a little while. Shut your phone off, bring something to write with and write on, and be open to some different perspectives.
Right, right. So now before we get into our next video that I want you to really think about this question for the next couple of days. I really, really want you to understand. I shouldn't say question. I want you to just think about this, okay? I really want you to understand that where you're at right now in your business, in your life, in your health, wealth, whatever it is, you are responsible for it. You chose where you are. You are the reason that you are where you are. And you know what? That might be kind of tough to swallow. You might be in the middle of a health crisis. You might be in the middle of facing whether or not you need to file a bankruptcy in your business. I don't know. I don't know where you're at. But wherever you're at, it's because you chose it and you created it. Now, in the next video, we're going to tell you why that's actually a really, really good thing and should make you feel very, very good about things. Okay. All right. Again, I'll leave the link below. Be sure that you are at our keynote on September 4th. So that again is September 3rd, 4th, and 5th in Las Vegas. And we look forward to seeing you there. And don't forget, be subscribed to the YouTube channel, Ultimate Lifestyle Business by Design, so that you do not miss out on our next video. Talk to you soon.